Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a ColourPop haul and review. I'm not going to review all the products, I'm just going to review the brushes. Yes, ColourPop has brushes now. And you might remember not too long ago I was going crazy trying to find just the right brush to use in the crease with ColourPop eyeshadows. And I found one, the e.l.f. Studio Blending Brush. And now what do? They come out with their own brushes. And oh, are they pretty. They have pink handles with rose gold ferrules. And they're so, so pretty. This one here is filthy because I just used it. I didn't use the blending brush because I wanted you to see what it looks like when it's clean because, you know, the shape and the texture and everything. To be honest with you, a shader brush is just a shader brush. I don't feel like it really matters what brand you buy or anything. But I got these brushes for free from ColourPop because they had a promotional thing going on at that time that if you bought 2 eyeshadows, you would get a free brush. So I bought 4 eyeshadows and I got these brushes for free. Now the promotion is no longer going on, but I think that they will probably either bring the promotion back in some way, shape, or form, or start selling them just individually. There was another promotion that went on before the one buy 2 eyeshadows get a brush free, except for I didn't know that the brushes were part of that. It was their grab bag promotion. It was basically, this is a surprise grab bag. You have no idea what's in the bag and we're going to charge you X amount of money. Well, I don't like that at all because I already have a lot of ColourPop products, so I didn't want to get that because I was afraid that I would get something that I already had. So then I found out later on that the brushes were in that, and I was like, oh, now I wish I had gotten it, but it didn't matter because then they had this other thing, you know, buy 2 eyeshadows, get a brush for free. So like I said, I ordered 4 eyeshadows, which I'll show you in a minute, just to be able to try out the brushes, but they're so pretty. Yeah, I think they'll start selling these individually because it said in the promotion information, it said something about $7 value. So that makes me think that they are going to start selling these at some point and charge $7 a piece. So if they do, I just wanted to let you know that this shader brush is really nothing special, and unless you think it's really pretty and you just want to have it because it's pretty, I would pass on that. However, the blending brush is really something. I've been using this all week with all different kinds of eyeshadows. I've been using it with just regular powder eyeshadows. I've been using it with ColourPop eyeshadows to blend. And this is most definitely worth it. If they start selling this individually, I would recommend that you pick one up. Yeah, so that's the only reason why I put the word review in the title of this video, because I'm not going to actually review the other products. I'm just going to show them to you. Okay, so yeah, that's ColourPop makeup brushes. Pretty exciting. Alright, as far as the products that I purchased, like I said, I got 4 eyeshadows, so let's start with this. This is called Koosh, and it is a, oh, I'm going to say it's a warm beige. And the formula on this is ultra metallic, and I have that on I would say the first inner half of my eyeshadows, the first half of my lids, and then I also put it in the brow bone area and a tiny little bit in the inner corner. So that is Koosh, and it is really pretty. It seems to have a super wet formula compared to most ColourPop eyeshadows, although I've noticed my last few orders from them that their eyeshadows are getting just wetter in general, which I kind of like because it makes them easier to apply if you're putting them on your lids. They stick really well. So yeah, that's Koosh. And that's what Koosh looks like. So it's just like a warm beige. But it does have some silver in there too. So it's a warm beige with silver. So if you mix the warmth of the beige with the silver, does that make a neutral? I don't know. I'm just saying that I think that you could do a lot of different things with this. But you don't want to go too warm with the colors that you put it with because of that silver in there. So then what I did was I took a shadow that I bought last year at about this time called Tinsel. And this is a metallic finish. I didn't just buy this. I already had this. I'm just talking about what I paired it with today. So this is Tinsel. And this is like a warm mauve. But then again, it's got like a lightness and brightness to it. So that's why I wanted to pair it with this, because it's sort of warm and cool at the same time. So I thought that would be a good way to go. But they brought this back this year for Christmas. So if you want to get this, this will be available for a limited time only on their website. But it's just a pretty mauve shade. And what I did with that was I put that on the outer half of my lids and worked it into the crease on top of what I put in my crease, just on the outer corners. So let me show you what I put in my crease. I have been revisiting my Urban Decay Naked palette lately, and I have decided, I've had this for so long, and I'm just deciding this now. I have decided that Naked is the perfect crease shade for me. This is a neutral light brown. I think a lot of you probably have this palette. It's probably the best-selling palette in the history of eyeshadow palettes. But this neutral light brown is a great crease color when you don't want anything obvious or anything that's going to fight your other eyeshadow. It's just going to give you a slight amount of depth or contrast in your crease area. I used to always think that I needed to go darker, but I don't feel that way anymore. I feel like you could put Naked in the crease with just about anything because it's so neutral that it could be like really versatile with whatever you paired it with. Now that I've come to this realization, I will probably be using it all the time with all my other eyeshadows. I'll probably end up hitting pan on this and then have to buy the single. So thank goodness it is available as a single. Okay, so that's what I have on my eyes today. And then as far as the other eyeshadows that I purchased from ColourPop, I got Tang, which this is a matte, and this is, I'm going to say this is a warm mauve. It's kind of like Bill, if you're familiar with Bill, but it's a little bit deeper, I think, than Bill. So that's really pretty. Sometimes I like to do mauves in the crease. It just depends on how much redness I have in my skin that day. If I can tone down the pink or redness in my skin, I like plums on my skin tone. And then, wait a minute now. Yeah, I got Cricket, which is a metallic. And I wore this earlier in the week in another one of my videos. I don't remember off the top of my head which one it was, but if you remember the videos from earlier this week, this is I'm going to say this is a warm plum, and I paired it with something I already had, which was eye candy. I did eye candy on the inner half of my lids, and then I put this on the outer half of my lids, and I really like that combination. I never used to touch eye candy because I never felt like any of my other ColourPop eyeshadows really looked that good with it, but this, as it turns out, was the right color to pair with eye candy. So if you have eye candy, you kind of need Cricket. And the last eyeshadow I got was Sailor. This is an ultra glitter finish. And I'm going to say this is a warm gold. And I didn't really get this to go with anything in particular. I just thought it was pretty, and I just realized I didn't swatch those other eyeshadows. All right, so let's start with Sailor. So it's kind of a subtle warm gold. All right, so that's Sailor. And let me swatch Cricket. So that's Cricket. And here's Tang. So see, kind of similar to Bill. I guess if you have Bill, you probably don't need this either. Or you don't need this too, but it's a little more pigmented than Bill. So if Bill doesn't show up that well on you, you might want to go with Tang. Okay, so that's what I got for eyeshadows. And then I got a couple of lip products. I got Femme, which is a satin finish. And Femme is I'm going to say it's a neutral mauve. I had this on earlier in the week, and I think that was the same day that I wore Cricket and Eye Candy. I'm pretty sure that I had this on as my lip product that day. I waited a few days to do this video because I wanted to test out the brushes to be able to tell you whether they were good or not, because sometimes you buy brushes and then after washing them a lot, they start to fall apart. These did not. They held up fine. So I wanted to make sure that I knew that they were good before I told you they were good. So there is Femme right there. So yeah, I would say it's like a neutral mauve. And then this I got because somebody at Ulta had it on. I was at Ulta one day and I said to the girl behind the counter, the cashier, I said, "What do you have on your lips?" She said, "Oh, it's ColourPop Barracuda." She said, "I don't know if you've ever heard of ColourPop." I said, "Oh yeah, I've heard of ColourPop, all right. I definitely have heard of them. I have a lot of their products." So Barracuda is a warm plum. I haven't tried this one yet because I've been testing out so many things lately that I just haven't had a chance. So that is Barracuda right there. And boy, it really looked so different on her than it does in the tube here. I actually like it even better in person than what I saw on her. But she had very different skin tone than me. She had like an olive complexion. So this pulled pretty brown on her. So I think it will probably look more true to color on me. But this is also a satin finish. And then I got one more thing, but it's not what I thought I was getting. I thought I was ordering the Dope Taupe eyeliner, and when I got my order, I got the Dope Taupe brow pencil. So I don't know if I made the mistake or if they made the mistake. I'm really not sure, but it was interesting to try the brow formula, and it does seem to be a very nice pencil. That's what it looks like. I did wear it in one of my videos this week, but it's too warm on me, this color. So there's Dope Taupe brow pencil. So yeah, this is a little too warm for me, and then it does have a spoolie on the end of it. So I like it, but right now I'm really loving my L'Oreal brow gel that I got recently, so I probably wouldn't purchase this in the correct color for that reason. I just been really enjoying the L'Oreal brow gel. And plus I have other brow pencils that are just the right color, so really didn't need this or want it, but it was fun to try. So I bought an eye pencil from ColourPop not too long ago, and I really liked the formula of it, so I wanted to get a taupe one, but oh well. Maybe next time I place an order, I'll order the correct thing. So that's my haul and my review of the brushes. I really, really like that blending brush, you guys. So if they ever make that available, which I think they will, I should say when they make that available, you should definitely pick one up if you want a good blending brush, because it doesn't just work good with the ColourPop shadows, it works good with any formula eyeshadow. It's just the right size, and I love the shape of it. And it's synthetic because their products are all cruelty-free. But yeah, I really like this, and I think the rose gold ferrule is so pretty with the pink handle. It's a really, really light pink handle. So that's it, you guys. Thanks so much for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye.